Hey, what's going on, y'all? My name is Tom Mizzle. You watch my channel, Mizzle 14, and I'm here doing a review of Queen Sugar Season 3, Episode 8, Come Clad in Peace. Now, it was three arching storylines in this thing that I wanted to talk about. It was mostly Mr. Prosper and his situation. Then we had Ralph Angel going on, and I can just talk a little bit about Vi and her situation. Now, Mr. Prosper, you all know that Mr. Prosper house is getting freaking. He got to get evicted out of his house. They taking over the Landry's taking over his house, so he had to get moved out. So when it comes to move out, Charlie's came there to help him, and he's like, he taking a long time. He wasn't really packing. He didn't really pack much, and he's slow in packing because he really don't want to leave because he said this house been there for a long time and he don't want to leave. It's like memories. So when you live if you live in an apartment or you live in a place, especially a house where you own for so long, and then all of a sudden some environmental issues or something is coming to tell you that you gotta evict from your place, you go feel depressed because it's like this is your place. This is your place of business. Not place of business. This is your home. This is your comfort. You live your best lives in this house. You build memories here, and for to go away and to freaking get just taken away from you like that, it's like a piece of heart is taken away from you as well. So he's just like not really feeling it, moving out, and he's down and out. And he's supposed to have his daughter come pick him up, but he told his daughter not to come. And Charlie found out later on, and he said he's feeling embarrassed, like he had to feel like he had to go somewhere and be taken care of when he been living on his own for a while after his wife died. And it's like, it's crazy. So he don't want to leave, so Charlie said, I'm going to help pack your stuff up. So later on, Nova and Charlie was packing up his stuff, and they was reminiscing about things, and they was talking. And I think Charlie asked Nova, who is this mystery guy you be seeing, because you're not telling me anything. And Nova didn't want to say anything because it's Remy, who Charlie used to date with. And so it's like, it's a thin line between that. So close to that, Aunt Vi, right, she was rehearsing for her speech for pitching her idea for building her own storefront and have her own property to Mr. Rollins, and she wanted to make sure it's right. So she was practicing in front of her like co-workers and her friends, and they said, "Oh, it's good, just keep it up." And she was all fine and dandy. Then Mr. Prosper came and talked to Vi, and she had time to talk to him, and she knows about the situation. She heard about his getting evicted from the house, and they reminiscing, they talking about things, and she told him that don't be afraid. Like, don't be afraid to ask for help. Don't be afraid for questions. Like, we are here for you. We are family. You are part of us. So when you not having a bad day, we not having a good day. When you having a bad day, we have a bad day. When you're not good, we not good. So we like family. We are here for each other. We stick up for each other. And we there when someone is in need. And right now you in need. So we go be as a family to help you. And basically Mr. Prosper been part of their family for a long time. Mr. Prosper know her brother, Nova, Ralph Angel, Charlie's father. So they already good and cool in that part. And so it's natural for them to feel like he's family. So if he getting evicted out of his house, they were there to help him, and they there to be there for him when he needs it. So don't be afraid. And I think it's Mr. Prosper's pride and not want to ask for help because he's going through so much and it's a lot, and he's been on his own for this long time. Now he feel like he gotta be a burden to someone, and they say no, don't be like that. We are here for you. And so Charlie talked to Mr. Prosper sitting down, and that's what he told her, that he told her daughter not to come because she was like, when your daughter get here, he said not to come. And she was like, oh, okay. And so she was thinking, and she said, you know what? I'm gonna have you stay with me. And he said, no, I can't do that. But she said, you gonna stay with him, stay with her, in their guest room, because Charlie got a nice little house, in their guest room, and I'm not taking no for an answer. And you in our house, you family, so I'll have to take care of you and take you in. And that's like a good moment for Charlie, because you know, she sometimes she's independent, she does a lot of things on her own, but to take in the responsibility of another person in her house besides Micah is good step for her, because he be part of the family for a long time, and it's kind of like help base the kids. And it asked me, I mean, Mr. Possible know their father before they passed away, and knows a lot of secrets, a lot of things about him. So Charlie said, I take it upon myself and have you in my house, and I'm taking no for an answer. And he said, but you know, Charlie persisted, and she very stubborn. So when she make up her mind, she is not going to let her go. So Mr. Possible said he can't fight her. He said he just take up her offer, and he said, you stubborn like your father. And she started smiling. Next, then we get that Mr. Possible came to the house, to an over house, and he was looking, he was like, wow, this is big. I said, yeah, this is really big, and it's a nice place. And Michael was happy his being there, and he said, I'm happy you here staying with us. And I think it was just one scene that Michael was telling Mr. Possible how to work the TV, and you know, Mr. Possible old school, so he don't know how to work a lot of these things, this technology and gadgets. So he said, just put on a channel that I like the Western, he liked the Western channels. And it was good, and he was relaxing. And then later on, he went to sleep on the couch, because he usually liked to sleep on the couch, and because at his old house he has a recliner chair, and I got a recliner chair now, and you just and he's like to sit on that. And now he's found a chair that in the house that he sleep on, and he used to sleep on that a lot. So Charlie came in and said, Mr. Possible put you in the bed, because they set up a guest room for him, and he stayed in the guest room. So I said that was nice gesture for Charlie to do that, and it's nice that Mr. Possible is not homeless, and he not going back where he needs to go. He's staying with them. So that was a little thing. A little scene with Micah, right? So Micah is with his group of friends again. They talking, and they were looking at the pictures. And the pictures that Micah took was at the spot that they got kicked out off the porch of, because they said they couldn't be there, and they didn't like that. So they said they want to make a stand. They would make people heard. Something like, just like what they did when they took the stand knee at the national anthem, when they was national anthem when the lady was singing at the basketball game. So they want to take another part. So they said they're going to go out, they're going to stake out, they're going to paint messages on the ground and do something they're going to have to do in the nighttime. And they asked Micah when he want to do it himself. So they would have asked Micah if he going to join the group. And Micah, after a while, he was reminiscing. He was thinking about a lot of things that happened to him when he got arrested, and he felt mutilated, and how the cop embarrassed him and put him in jail, all that stuff. So he was thinking of all that craziness. And also he was like wavering whether he should do it. But then he said, you know what, I'm going to do it, So later on, that same group of friends met together and see what they're going to do. And they all make their assignments, and they put Michael for lookout. So he just got to look out and make sure nobody's around, and kind of catch them and see what they had to do. So I said, oh, that's nice. I might go. Then we get on Vi, right? Like she said, like I said, Vi was preparing for her speech and picture idea to Mr. Rollins to have a storefront, because she's want to work for him, but at the same time she want her own little thing. And you know, Mr. Rollins love her pies, and he want to build a partnership with her. So he said she's good. So when she went to talk to him, and she was giving a speech, and then her freaking illness started acting up and started reoccurring their freaking head. Like she started fainting herself. She couldn't talk. She was basically having a lot of hot flashes and long-winded, and like her body energy is draining from her. And she got lupus. Remember, the lupus attacks your body energy, body cells, so it drains your energy. And she just like she couldn't do it. She couldn't do it. And Mr. Wallace was like, we need to make this quick. We need to do this because she said she needed some time, and he said good. He said he gave her some time, and then when he came back, right? She said she needed some time to compose herself. He said good. When she came back, that's when she told him that she had lupus. Now, before she told him that, he said, we need to have us make this picture because the investors and somebody are really anxious to know what's going on and in a hurry. So they need to know exactly if they're going to invest and make this deal. So that's what she was like, no problem, I got this, need to recuperate. So when she finally told him, she was like, I have lupus, but it's not going to stop me from my grind. It's just a little setback, but I always push hard to make it through. And that's when Mr. Wallace had a little different shift and change and energy towards her. And it's not like he's like, he don't want to work with her anymore because of that. I think he just don't want to, he's concerned about her health. And he realized that if he put too much stress on her, then it's going to bother her and it's going to hinder her from doing her business. So he was like, you know what? Take the time you need. You don't need to rush. And she said, I thought the guys need to say. He said, don't worry about that. The guys need to see me and it needs to be a crunch time. And he said, don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. And now when I realized that, I think besides Hollywood and I think Nova, that's the only people who knows about her lupus. Charlie don't know about it. Ralph Angel don't know. Micah, Blue, they don't know about her illness, but Nova and Mr. Hollywood. So she really told all her family members yet that she has lupus. So the fact that she is telling Mr. Wallace before she told everybody her other family, it's like something that it's gonna explain out. It will show out more if we see later on the season when they find out how they're gonna react. And they're going to treat her differently. And just like Mr. Wallace just treated her differently so quickly, because before he was all spearheading, was like, we get this going, let's get this going, let's get this going. But now he's finding out she got lupus. He's like, oh, you can slow down now. So he has a different change of heart. It's like, I don't know if he's going to stop the business with her totally after she worked so hard for this one dream that she had for all this long ass time. She's 60 years old, and she had this dream, and she don't want to stop. But now it might be in jeopardy because of illness, and she told her. It's like, wow, I guess we see more. But I'm just hoping that everything turns out fine for our Vi and nothing is serious and damaging, that she can't do it. If not, she could just ask for help. She don't have to do everything herself. She could teach people how to make her pies and run the business that way, and that she oversees. But time will tell, but she had to start up front doing it herself. I said that was good. Now, majority of this episode was mainly Ralph Angel and his feelings and emotions dealing with Darla. Now, when Ralph Angel came and talked to Nova and Charlie, because they was talking about things, and it was a table scene that Nova showed Charlie that it was connections between the people that she's seen, and like the EPA is legit, and wondering what is their connection and why they surveilling the land, because they all find out about the deal they're trying to do. Ralph Angel came in and joined them, and then while they was talking, you get a call from Darla, and he told him that he had discussed the custody agreement, share agreement on Blue with Darla, and Charlie told him, you know what, go in there with an open mind. Think about Blue first and keep your emotions out of it. Because once your emotions comes in, then y'all not thinking about the child. Y'all think about yourself, and then y'all gonna make decisions that's not in the best interest of Blue. And it's like, it's crazy. So then we get this big sit down between Ralph and Darla. Now, Darla feels some type of way because he had that parolee in the house, and then she had a planned weekend, and he totally forgot about the planned weekend she had, and she had to push it back. And that's when she says, you know what, we need to have a planned schedule, because they co-parenting right now. They're not together. Remember, Darla left and came back. So he's with her. Their daughter showed him her place and see how good, how well connected it is, how well decorated. She showed him Blue's room, and it's all blue and it's decorated, it's nice and everything for him. It looks like bump beds. I said why he got bump beds for, but it's only one kid. But it's good for him. It was a nice little big room for him, and he said it's nice. So this is when I sat down and they started talking about the agreement, right? She said we're gonna have alternate PTA meetings, the alternate trips, field trips they alternate the field trips going to Blue. They said 10 PTA meetings, parent teacher conference, PTA meetings, basically, both attending, and they both will go to parent teacher conferences, and she wanted to have Blue 50-50, means alternate week, like 1 week with her, next week with him, 1 week with her, next week with him, like 2 weeks a month she with her, 2 weeks a month he with him. And Ralph Angel said no, we're not having that because he needs time to adjust. It's too much for him, and I've been taking care of him all this long ass time, and it's too much. And I just don't want to hurt him and leave. And what about just to sign up and leave? And you have him, and then I gotta pick up a slack. And she said, oh, so that's when the emotions started coming out. And she said, oh, so what about her? I need to prove anybody my son being around. Which I understand, because when you have a child, any person who's coming into your child's life, you need to, your other parent need to know who that person is, whether that person could be toxic for the family, whether that person be good influence for your child. You want to know. Even though daughter, you the one who fucked up one. You the one who messed all this up. But now you want to be all about it now and say like, you need to prove who she is. You disrespected me, Blue. You disrespected Blue when you had that parody off. He said I take care of that, and she's like she needs to have him more. And he said he would keep Blue for a week, and you just have it a weekend. So you need time to adjust to it. She said no, she want 50-50, and it needs a stability. It's like if y'all always say I keep it stable and keep it consistent with Blue, then it should be fine. But if y'all keep going staggers back and forth, then emotions gonna happen. Then somebody gonna keep the baby longer, and then miss a weekend, miss day kind of time plan, and y'all not set stone together. So Ralph Angel felt like he had to do a lot his own. So when he went to go get his check from his job, and his love interest Trendy was there, and he went to get his check and everything, and said everything okay. He said he just had a lot of things going on in his mind, and he had a lot of things to take care of. Then we get this little tidbit of that Nova showed Charlie about a friend. Sam has a friend that's connected to the EPA, and they connected to the friend, and Charlie realized that Jacob was telling the truth about what's going on and the deal. And she said okay. Then later on, then we get Nova blessing the fields, because remember she found out that her father, even though her father was strong-headed, he had a lot going on, and he was suicidal, and he went to the field with a gun, like he was going to end his life, but was supposed to talk him out of it. So she blessed the fields and everything, and said this energy to go away, the bad energy of the field to go away, to bless the land, to protect the land. Basically, she was doing that. Now, this was Ralph Angel and Nova had to sit down and drink. So Ralph Angel was so, like, he bummed out with the little argument, little thing with Darla, and it was not resolved at all, because they both was going back and forth, and they said some things, and he was like, yo, you got everything, your family did this for you, it wasn't for your family, you would got this house, and they pay for everything. So how you gonna be able to think you could do things for me? What about your job? What about you get fired for your job again? And it's a lot of things that he said. And she said, what about your house? You didn't pay for that. So it got handed out to you. So what you telling me? So they started going back and forth. They started arguing. So it didn't go well. Then when they sit down and talk to each other, Nova and Ralph, he explained things. He said, you know what? I need to decorate. I need to update this room. I need to put some new furniture and stuff. And she said, nothing else needs to be done in here. It's all good. And that's what he said. He needs to do this. He needs to do everything. He needs to do that. A lot of stuff. And that's when Nova's mind clicked. He said, you know what? Don't do everything yourself. Because that's what she told Ralph about her father. And he said, well, he's been a good man. Just like, he said something that he said, like my father. My father did everything. And she said, no. Your father, yes, he did everything. But yes, your father was going to kill himself. And he said, what? Not Pops. She said, yes. And Mr. Pops told her that even though he had all weight in his shoulders, he did everything himself, and everybody in the outside world thought he had it put together, but behind closed doors, he was falling apart. And so he went in the field with a gun and tried to shoot himself, to try to end it, because he was so overburdened, and he fell down, and he felt like he did so much and he can't take it anymore. So that led to Ralph Angel thinking about things, and he said, stop doing things alone. You can't do everything alone. You need to rise up and let us help you, or not take too much responsibility on your own. Because once you do that, you become like your father, and then you realize all the weight is held on you. And then you do the same fate as your father when you think like you can end your life because you don't feel like nothing is going on, and you're not getting help, and you feel hopeless. Once you get that hopelessness going on, that is like a serious thing. Like you can't feel like you can't do anything, and that's a dangerous line to cross. So remember when he picked up this check, he said he wanted to pick up extra shifts, because he needs to work harder to get more money and to get things that he needs to do. But then when he met Trent, he said, you know what? He denied the extra shift. He said, I'm not gonna take no more extra shifts, and he just gonna let it be. He just gonna let it be free. And he said that Aunt Vi likes the trip that Trent suggested, and then her Blue and him will go together. And she told Trent that Aunt Vi likes her, and she said she's excited about that. She's excited about that, and that was nice. I said that was the end of the episode. That was a nice thing for him to say that, and I like that Trent and Ralph Angel getting close together. And he need that extra escape. He need that extra love from and somebody behind his corner, and I find that he getting that from Trent. So that was nice. That was the end of the episode. It was a good episode this week. I can't look forward to how the storylines continue on. I want to know if Nova gonna really tell Charlie about women, which I think is gonna happen, and how that will cause a friction. If it causes a friction between their relationship, what's the outcome between Ralph Angel and Darla, and if Nova gonna express her feelings, what's going on with Vi, and how Hollywood could help her. So I want to know all this stuff, and it's still more questions I need to know to get answered. But that was Queen Sugar. Hope y'all like, comment, subscribe to my channel. Once again, my channel is Mizzle 14, and I'll talk to y'all all later. Peace.